So Michael Chandler's Dana White privilege is still continuing while he is 1-4 in his last 5 fights. That is right. Michael Chandler's last win was against Tony Ferguson. Yes, that Tony Ferguson. Since that fight, he lost to Dustin Poirier, and then he also lost to Charles Oliveira again. Before that, he lost to Charles Oliveira and Justin Gaethje. So he's got 4 losses in his last 5 fights. But he's getting a step up. He's fighting the number 1 lightweight. Yes, you heard that right. Now, this fight makes no sense. Let's just put it right out there. Arman Tsarukyan, yes, he sort of screwed the UFC over a little bit because he pulled out because of his injury. It was a last-minute shuffle. I guess maybe if he would have pulled out earlier, it wouldn't have been a big fuss. But I guess because he waited last minute to pull out, when he would have known he had a bit of an injury, or at least, he would have known that he was a bit compromised. He should have let them know. But still, because of that, they're punishing him by giving the number 7 guy, Michael Chandler. But when I say punish, I don't mean this is like a bad matchup for Arman Tsarukyan. I think this is an amazing matchup for Arman Tsarukyan. I think he will win this fight pretty easily. Why do I think that? Well, Michael Chandler's takedown defense is completely shot. It looked really bad against Charles Oliveira. He was getting taken down over and over again, like Charles Oliveira was like prime Habib or something like that. Charles Oliveira does have underrated wrestling, don't get me wrong. But you shouldn't be getting taken down that easy, especially when you look at how good Michael Chandler's scrambling and his takedown defense was in the past. I think he's a bit washed. He took a lot of damage against Charles Oliveira. He got dropped, he got hurt a couple times. He had a bit of a comeback, but he did just cheat an insane amount. A lot of back of the head shots, eye pokes, nut shots. There was a lot of cheating that went into him having that late surge in the 5th round. Now, let's just say, I don't know if this fight's actually going to happen or not, but this guy seems pretty trustworthy. Manuk Akopayan. If you look at he's followed by Ariel Helwani, Ali Abdelaziz. So he seems like he's a pretty credible guy. I'm not going to say this guy's lying. I think he might be Armenian himself because he seems to have a lot of... he always reports stuff about Arman Tsarukyan, so I think he might be an Armenian guy himself. I could be wrong on that. But, yeah, he reported this. He also said that Dana told him that there's going to be a lot of changes going off, which we heard that. And then Arman Tsarukyan wanted a 5-round rematch versus Charles Oliveira, but it appears Michael Chandler is next. So yeah, very interesting fight. Michael Chandler's very athletic, but he is very old. I think he's 38. Took a couple years off, waited for Conor McGregor. Not getting the Conor McGregor fight now. He was in talks to fight Paddy Pimblett. I don't know what has happened with that matchup. Because that was definitely in the talks. So I don't know what's happening with Paddy next. I keep saying, I swear it's Paddy versus Dustin Poirier. I was saying that for months. I swear there is I swear that's what they're working on. It's got to be. Because they can't hype up this Paddy Pimblett's getting a big step up and then it's Beneil Dariush. And it was already in works to fight somebody before all this. Maybe it's Hanata Moicano. I would like that. I think that'd be a good step up. Not not as big as a Chandler fight would appear, but Moicano would probably be tougher at this point. Or not, who knows. Chandler's still got pop in his shots, obviously he's powerful, but I think Arman Tsarukyan will take down Michael Chandler pretty easily, just because Chandler didn't give me much confidence in him against an offensive wrestler when he fought Charles Oliveira in the rematch. It just seemed like he was getting taken down with ease, he was getting hurt a lot. Now, he did get knocked out, which is, that's pretty good. He showed he could survive, but most of that fight was literally just him trying to survive and not get knocked out. And then he had the late surge in the 5th round, which he cheated in. I'm just going to keep saying that. People are going to say, well, man, people forget, man. He had that crazy comeback in the 5th round, but, no. He shouldn't have. The referee should have stopped it because he kept hitting him to the back of the head. There was just so much cheating. And I will say, that's one thing about Michael Chandler, is he will fight to the death because he will go in there and cheat. So he's always a good guy to, he will try and win that fight by any means. It might not work, but he will try and cheat to win. So that is something you got to like if you're a Michael Chandler bettor here. But I just think Arman Tsarukyan's wrestling will probably be too much. He's very athletic. Arman could just chin him as well. Like, I don't think Arman Tsarukyan's like an amazing striker, but he's powerful, fast twitch muscle, and like I said, very athletic. He's got some insane athleticism. At this point, Michael Chandler's athleticism is probably going to be a bit shot. He's going to be less and less athletic. He's getting older. So yeah, I think this is a very good stylistic matchup for Arman Tsarukyan to win, and then he'll probably get Islam Makhachev next. But yeah, this feels like Leon Edwards versus Nate Diaz. This is honestly what it feels like. You know, Nate Diaz could have got a title shot for a while, but then they put him against this big star to maybe build some name value for him before he fights for the championship, and he dominates. But then he just gets like rocked badly in the 5th round, and it ruins his performance a little bit because that's all people are talking about. I'm not saying that's going to happen here, but this is the vibe I get. You know, I'd get a lot of parallels to Nate Diaz versus Leon Edwards. Didn't make any sense then. This fight definitely doesn't make any sense. Should already be getting a title shot, but for whatever reason is, the UFC just hate him. But yeah, at least it keeps Arman active. Be on the Miami card. He didn't say if this is going to be 5 rounds or 3 rounds, so I guess we'll see. I feel like 5 rounds just makes this horrible for either guy because neither of these guys have like amazing cardio, but it also probably gives Chandler like a chance to like come back after losing a bit of the fight. So I'll just say it's probably Chandler's advantage. I can't imagine there'll be a period where he's like up like 3 rounds, like or 2 rounds going into the 4th. So it'll probably give him more of a chance to maybe find a potential finish, but. Yeah, I'm gonna go Arman Tsarukyan to get this one done. And I'll probably go by KO, but we'll see if this fight's actually happening. You know, it seems like it is. I'll trust this guy, but I haven't heard anything from my own sources or anything like that personally. But yeah, we'll just see if this happens or not. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Oh, actually, before we go, just do have to mention. The whole Dana White privilege thing did start with Tony Ferguson saying that about Michael Chandler. Like, he really did nail that. Like, he really nailed that. Because, like, the Dana White privilege is still here to this day. It's going pretty hard. Like it is insane that he gets all these big step-ups and everything. But, yeah, you know, still doing his thing. Still losing a lot of these fights, but he is always an entertaining fight. Like, I don't hate this fight because it will be entertaining. Like, I feel like Arman Tsarukyan might get his back, and then Chandler's just gonna like stand up and like try and slam him onto the canvas. Like, I could see that if like Arman ever gets his back, but yeah, don't completely hate the matchup. It just doesn't make sense. It will be a good one though. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.